Good afternoon. I'm Stephen Fisher, and this is my associate,
I'm Eric Oliver.
and we will be presenting Witchology, a study of paganism.
So, when you think of paganism, there's a lot of different things that come to mind. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try to describe it as best we can, and then give you our thoughts and views on it as best we can, because there's a lot that goes into it. So, bear with us. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Paganism, as defined by it would be Princeton University, any of various religions other than Christianity, Judaism, or Islam. This is a very core definition, however, it's not very exact. However, it's the definition we'll be using.
This does put into perspective that Hinduism is part of paganism, but I think that Stephen and I both agree that Hinduism is not necessarily a pagan study. It is more of a mainstream. So
I believe that it's a monotheistic faith in the end, when you look at the message of that.
so that's basically our thought process on it. But we will be using the previously stated description.
The next thing that we need to understand paganism is theology. What is theology?
So theology is the study of the nature of God and religious belief. Now that's the definition that we received from many different sources, but what we believe it is a study of the nature of divinity, the divine nature, deity, however you would put it. But basically, substitute God for divinity or deity, and you basically got it.
Another thing you might have to understand is mythology. Mythology, as we know it, is a collection of myths, especially one belonging to a particular religion or culture or tradition. It's anything from fables in the Greek mythos all the way to.
Well, we could actually put Star Wars as a myth. It's a wonderful mythological collection, and if anything, we can discuss it later. But that's so many different episodes later. So this brings us to different practices of paganism. Paganism has many different rituals, and the definition of a ritual is a religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. You can define this as a Christian ritual, like praying or Sunday Mass, or you can take it as any number of pagan rituals, like casting a circle or anything of that nature, which leads us to magic.
Magic is something often practiced in paganism. However, not every pagan practices magic. For the purpose of this series, we will be using Crowley's definition of magic, which is the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with will. That seems kind of vague. However, it's quite simple when you get down to it. Internal will, your will, pushed out into the universe.
So it's internal will exhumed to push externally on the universe to get what you want back from it.
The basis thing that we'll be looking at in this series is the difference between the different cultures of paganism.
We can also get into what Stephen and I definitely both agree as divine and arcane magic. It's the easiest definition that we can come up with on what we considered short notice, because this kind of fell into our laps.
It just at this point in time seems like the correct thing to go about. Philosophy is what is one term which would be all-encompassing for this series. The study of wisdom. Wisdom, the seeking of knowledge.
The pursuit of why we're doing what we're doing, really. It's more of how we can be better at being people. Mythology we'll get into in broad spectrum, but with mythology, we're going to be studying more of the fables, the stories, the hows and the whys of how many different philosophical and paganistic people uh, really research and learn the lessons from their divinity, which
Yeah,
which leads to the theology of the paganism culture.
the theology of the pagans culture is strange, wonderful, and diverse. There are deities in representation of earth, air, fire, and water in some people's beliefs, and in others we have individualized deity. We can attribute Greek society, Roman, Egyptian, Mesopotamian, Babylonian, and the list could of course go on.
There are many people that I know of that actually follow a Christian-based paganistic thought process in which they use different saints, the deities themselves, Jesus, Mary, many of the angels, many of the demons. There's lots of different things that you can go through and see in paganism that you can see reflected in many different religions all across the world.
I believe in closing, we are very happy to be hosting this. It shall be a new adventure to learn.
And
And
it's going to be fun to teach. So, if there's anything that you guys are interested in, if you just stumble across this broadcast or if you stumble across this page, just let us know. Say, hey, liked your stuff. No problem. Cool. That's awesome. But if you want to learn more or if you've got a topic that you want to discuss, please post in the comments below. We will be more than happy to address you guys' comments and concerns. But we definitely have the first couple of episodes pre-planned so that we can have a basis for the rest of our series. That way, you can kind of get a knack of knowing who we are, and then eventually we hope to get a community following us so that we can, know who you are, so that we can more teach.
well, guys, I believe that's about enough for now. And have a witchy kind of day.